Okay, now we're live. There we go, with the correct microphone. That was the difference there. So as I was saying, I'm considering dropping this microphone or this camera because I think it is a distracting overlay. I think we could make this camera a little bit of a larger overlay. It's a better quality camera. We'd have a little bit better look at the room, make it a little larger, and just have it be the downline camera. Plus the microphone, you notice the microphone, no matter where I'm talking, is the same volume. So we've solved the microphone issue. We've got the layers of sound issue, but you can see is that camera back there has an empty frame whenever I'm over here. But when I'm over here and that camera can pick me up, that camera can too. That camera can also zoom, so we can figure out a little bit better of a setting. Anyway, that's how I'm starting. I'm going to play another practice round at the GSPro Par 3 facility. Right now I've got the laser lights on, and the reason I did that is because I just finished aligning. The BLP launch monitor comes with an alignment stick, but the alignment stick is just laid down and then the launch monitor aligned to the alignment stick. So the alignment stick in that way is aligned kind of by our eyeballs. So I put the lasers in here so that I would know that when I laid the alignment stick down, it was exactly where I wanted to be aligned in the game. So I've done that. I've got it perfectly aligned. And then basically I'm trying to make sure that I'm aligning then the launch monitor to the stick at 0.0 and knowing that it is accurate. So going to turn the lasers off actually while I play, and then we'll come back and see how that works. Hopefully you can still hear me on the microphone correctly, and turn the stance laser off as well. And let's play 18 quick holes in the launch monitor here in the Barefoot Bunker. Really appreciate you joining me. Mostly this is just midday practice. We've done a couple streams today, which is way more than we would normally do, but they're all of shorter length. So normally, once we're on schedule, these will be a little bit longer length than this, hopefully not too crazy. We're testing the audio, which we already know is working pretty well. Then we're also testing the recordings, which we've figured out the recordings, but we just haven't figured out where the recordings actually go when they're recorded. Where is the archive actually? All right, 0.1 degree horizontal launch angle down there on that right side, the bottom left of the bottom, second to bottom on the left column there. So this is one I like to hit an 8-iron on, dribble it up there, take advantage of the 12 stimp green and the fact that there's a little bit of a break about halfway, 3/4 or so. So it doesn't take much, just get it rolling and hope to get it up there near it. Gimmies are set at 1.6 yards or 5 feet, and this looks to be well within that gimme range. So from the audio mixer, it looks like the microphone is working perfectly. And then we'll see on the recording stuff when we're done, which is why we're just keeping these brief. A little bit of practice as well. Number 3 here is just a little flop shot and then let it tumble down and to the right. It's got to get down there though, yeah. A little under hit, not terrible, but leaves us a little bit of a putt. Shouldn't be too much movement here. Well, there is a little bit of movement in there. Probably about, oh, where's my cursor? Probably about right there or so. Right. It's moving about that much, I think. 10 feet, so we're about 2/3 of the way to the screen on this putt. Falls into the center cup, and we're minus 0.1 degrees horizontal launch angle, which is the equivalent of pushing it just a little bit, but 1/10 of a degree either way is perfectly acceptable. That's right about where we like it. Out of the bunker, a little bit firmer shot than we would from this distance if we weren't in the bunker. And then let it release out there a little bit. Probably still left myself a little putt there. Off the hill a hair, about that much. Not quite that much. We're going to go with that. Hope that's enough. 10 feet 9 inches, maybe down the hill an inch or so. We know we tend to pull a little bit. There we go. We hit another birdie. So 4 under after 4 holes. This one is just a little pop up over the bunker onto the green and let it roll out. Don't know why my phone's blowing up. We might have to check that out. Going to require a putt there. Who's checking in with us? Okay, so there's videos up on Twitch now, which are these ones repeating. That means that the recordings are archiving, so I'll go back and probably delete a couple, and we'll see which one to keep. We'll probably keep the one where I played best. What do you know? So minus 17 was last round, so I'd have to probably beat that. Don't want to show the same video over and over. We'll move it about that much and just let it break back to the middle. Catches the side there. I did pull that a little bit too, half degree. 31 degrees is just a little bit in that in-between range. Great distance to practice. That's a little far, too far, way too far. It's a long putt coming back, and it'll be moving too. This is not one you want to really go past. So the birdie barrage ends with 5 in a row, 5 up and downs in a row. We're going to let that break all the way up there. And then the hill at the end, the break at the end will be the equivalent of a downhill putt. So, but not that much. But you see, there it goes. It takes the hill a little bit, and birdie barrage is over. Let's start a new one. What do you say? So, thanks for checking in. Appreciate the viewership. Just practicing again. You've seen a lot of this today, but hopefully you're seeing that the recording is getting a little better because this microphone's getting a little better. No, not quite going in, but it is a gimme. Get off to this next little bunker shot, number 8. Oh, hit the stick on the way by, but not quite enough to go in, so we got a little putt coming here. 7-footer. Microphone is a lot better. That audio mixer is showing a lot better quality. Just got to not yell, actually. All right, in for another birdie. We've got more text messages. Let's see what we've got going. Boomer checks his phone. We'll call this segment Boomer checks his phone, only to see an email. This is the hardest hole on the GSPro practice facility, in my opinion. The place to miss on the green is right, though, but that's probably just a little far, yeah. So there'll be a little movement to the putt and probably some length, obviously. So, well, actually, this moves a lot less than I thought it would. This is almost straight. There's not much movement at all here. So we're going to even give it that much. Does it even move that much? Boy, not if we pull it. We're going to try to get that a little more precise here. Like that right there, and then get the cursor off the screen. That bugs me. Okay. 16 feet 9, so just past the screen. I pulled that. Yep. Pulled it a half a degree. You can see that. All right, well, 7 out of 9 birdies there. And we're going to move on to one of the makeable ones. We've got some making up things to do because that last one we had 17 under, which we're not going to do here unless we make one of these. That won't get there, though, will it? No. Okay. Pot bunker. Come off that hill and run down to it. Oh, that's too far, but this is a flat putt coming back on this hole. The next one, if you do that, you have a big curler coming back down the hill. So let's see if we can. Okay. About that much. Not too bad. 20 feet 5 inches. I pulled that too. Stay right there though. Okay, aimed for it, pulled it. You can see I pulled it 7/10 of a degree. We got the twin sister hole here, another pot bunker. Gonna get the flop shot out of there. Okay, into the gimme zone, and now we get a look at a couple of makeable ones. A few in a row here. Oh, well, that was a terrible shot. It's not going in, let alone even around. I got to putt that. That was really bad. All right, thank my viewers today for having checked in. Been surprised a few people here and there are checking in on my little practice streams, but we're getting real close. Okay, getting the putter straightened out a little bit here. This is always a fun one, just a super delicate chip. You can putt this, but I like to be out here practicing these chip shots anyway. That won't make it all the way back, so flat straight putt coming back though, we don't mind that at all. So it looks like we're properly archiving and recording. That was one of those text messages, which was good to see. Now I know where that setting is. All right, pulled that 0.3 of a degree, still working on that. Why am I barefoot? There's a lot of static electricity out here, and this has been really the only reliable way I've found to ground myself and not have to worry about it. There's a lot of electric equipment and electronic devices out here, so it's easier to not have a constant electric charge about you. So this has just made it easy, and that's why we're calling it the barefoot bunker. We're going to move this a little bit over here, just show a little respect. It's going to break back to the hole. I'm going to set it straight 6 feet. Doesn't take much. And I pushed it by because I hit it too firm. So there's an easy birdie that I miss. Get the par. This is, in my mind, probably the third hardest hole for me out here. Just coming out of the bunker and getting the distance right and striking it well, and good practice play. A little far, yeah. See, there you go. The distance control on that shot. Hard for me to trust a little bit. This is going to move just a hair right there, right about like that. Maybe a tiny bit more. Put it right outside there, probably, like right there. And trust that that's down the hill and to it. So I'm going to basically hit it to the screen and let the downhill take it the rest. Just like that. So in for a birdie there, and we go to another one of these pot bunker style shots. This is 15 yards and uphill 6 feet 4 inches, and you got to kind of get it to stop quickly, so it really does become kind of a little bit of a flop shot. You don't want to leave it up on the ledge up top though, so you got to get it all the way down to it. Try to pop it out of there. All right, leaves me a flat straight putt, nice and easy. Almost in the gimme zone, but not quite. But as you can see, nothing to sweat. About a third of the way to the screen here. Well, and now what I think is the second toughest hole on the course for me, just because it is in that in between 30 to 35 yards is the toughest distance for me to reliably chip. I've been really working on it. This one comes back to the left at the end too, so it should roll out pretty good and come down the hill. I'm still going to need to putt it, and it's going to be a tough curly putt. That's really what makes this hole so hard, is the fact that it does curl like that. Maybe Groundhog Day, if you happen to be someone that's tuned in and seen more than just one of these practice sessions today. So sorry about that, just the way it goes. This probably breaks more than this, so I'm going to kind of hit a little firm. There we go. Closes with a birdie, 15 under it looks like. Great practice session. I think we got all this problem solved. And so we'll check back, check on the status of the recording, check back on everything, and probably give you a stream and or a schedule very soon. Thanks again for joining me.